I wake up every day already tired. The sidewalk is cold under my legs and my stomach hurts in a quiet way that never stops. People walk past me like I am part of the street. Some step around me. Some step over me. No one looks at my face. I keep my head down because looking back hurts more than hunger. Move, a man snaps when I block his path. I am moving, I whisper even though I am not. I talk to myself more than anyone else now. It feels safer. No lies. No pity. By noon my hands shake. I sit near a cafe because the smell of food makes the pain softer, even if it never leaves. 2 women walk by. Do not give her anything, one says. She will just waste it. I want to laugh. Waste it on what? Oh. I close my eyes, counting breaths when loud voices cut through the air. Come on, man, you would not last a week like this. That is because I am smart, another voice answers. I pay to avoid discomfort. The voices are close. I peek up. 3 men stand near a black car that shines like a mirror. Suits, watches, clean shoes. One of them laughs too hard. I swear, the laughing one says, this city is full of tragic art. Art does not smell, another replies. The third voice stops me. Come, cold, almost bored. Everything has a price, he says. Even tragedy. That voice belongs to Adrian Hale, though I do not know his name yet. I only know it sounds like someone who never doubts himself. Marcus, the loud one, points at me. See. Perfect example. I look away, heat flooding my face. Adrian speaks again. She can hear you. So what? Marcus says. She is invisible. Something snaps inside me. I lift my head. I am right here, I say. My voice shakes, but it is loud enough. Marcus blinks, surprised. Oh. She talks. Adrian finally looks at me. His eyes move over my clothes, my hands, my face. Not with disgust. With interest. Like I am a problem to solve. How long have you been here? He asks. Too long, I answer. Marcus laughs. See. Attitude. Adrian raises a hand. Go wait by the car. Marcus frowns. You serious? Yes. Marcus walks away muttering. Adrian steps closer. I smell clean soap and money. I hate that I notice. What is your name? He asks. I do not give it away for free, I say. His mouth twitches. Fair. Silence stretches. People keep walking. No one stops. I can help you, he says. I laugh before I can stop myself. It comes out sharp. Everyone says that. I am not everyone. That is the problem. He studies me. You are smart. I used to be, I reply. What happened? I trusted someone. He nods like that explains everything. Maybe it does. I can give you food, he says. A shower. Clean clothes. A bed. My chest tightens. My instincts scream. Nothing is free. What do you want? I ask. He does not answer right away. He looks back at Marcus, then at the street, then at me again. I want you to marry me, he says. The world tilts. I stand up so fast I feel dizzy. That is not funny. I am not joking. Pick someone else, I snap. Anyone else? I did. My heart pounds. Why me? Because you have nothing to lose. That is a lie, I whisper. I have myself. He considers that. For now. Anger flares. You think this is a game? It is, he says honestly. I should walk away. I know I should. Every part of me screams danger. But my stomach cramps. My hands shake. What happens after? I ask. You get taken care of. And after that? We see. Marcus calls out, you done yet? Adrian does not look away from me. Think fast. I do not wait. I swallow. My pride tastes bitter. My past stays locked behind my teeth. Do I get to say no? I ask. Yes. And if I say yes? Your life changes today. I close my eyes. I see the street. The nights. The cold. I will not sleep with you, I say. He pauses. Agreed. I want it in writing. Of course. I do not love you. I do not need that. The answer scares me more than a lie would. Okay, I say. Marcus laughs loudly. You are insane. Adrian smiles slightly. So is she. He offers his hand. I stare at it. Clean. Strong. I take it. The moment our skin touches, I know this is not rescue. This is a transaction. And I just sold myself to survive. Marcus shakes his head. You really doing this, man? Yes, Adrian says. Marcus looks at me. You got guts, I will give you that. I do not want your approval, I say. Good, he replies. You would not like it. Adrian opens the car door. Get in. I hesitate. I need to know one thing. He sighs. Ask. Is this a joke to you? I ask. Because it is my life. He meets my eyes. It is serious enough. That is not an answer. It is the only one you will get. I climb into the car. The seat is soft. Too soft. My body relaxes without permission. Marcus whistles. From sidewalk to leather. Shut up, Adrian says. The car starts moving. Buildings slide past. I press my hands together to stop them shaking. You can still back out, Adrian says. I stare ahead. If I do, I die slowly. He nods. Practical. I look at him. You are cold. I am efficient. I hope you choke on that, I mutter. He smiles. You are going to be interesting. I turn away. Do not flatter me. Silence fills the car. My stomach growls. Marcus grins. First stop, food. I swallow. I hate that tears burn my eyes. Do not cry, I tell myself. Adrian glances over. We will eat. I whisper, thank you, then hate myself. The city fades behind us. I tell myself one thing as the car drives on. I will survive this, no matter the cost. Today. I wake up in a bed that is not mine. The sheets smell clean, almost sharp, and it makes my chest tighten. For a moment I think I am dreaming. Then I hear water running and a woman's voice speaking softly. Miss, are you awake? I sit up too fast. Yes, I am. The door opens a little. A young woman with kind eyes steps in. I am Nora. Sir Adrian asked me to help you get ready. Ready for what? I ask. She hesitates. For today. That answer tells me nothing and everything. I swing my legs off the bed and nearly cry when my feet touch warm carpet instead of concrete. Nora points to the bathroom. Please. You should bathe. I stare at the mirror inside the bathroom and freeze. The woman looking back at me is clean, wrapped in white cloth, and still not beautiful. My face is thinner than I remember. My eyes look older. I do not recognize myself. I look wrong, I whisper. Nora hands me a towel. You look alive. I let the water run until my hands stop shaking. When I step out, there are clothes laid on the bed. Simple, expensive, not mine. A man's voice drifts from the hallway. She decent. I am right here, I say. Adrian steps inside, dressed like nothing in his life has ever been uncertain. Good. You clean up well. That is not a compliment, I reply. No. It is an observation. Nora lowers her eyes and leaves. Adrian gestures to the clothes. Put those on. We have a meeting. A meeting about what? Our marriage. The word still feels fake. You talk about it like a business deal. Because it is. I pull on the dress. It fits too perfectly. What am I to you? He does not answer right away. A solution. That is honest, I say. At least. We walk through halls that echo. People stop talking when they see me. I hear whispers. Is that her? She is the one? I keep my head high. It hurts, but I do it anyway. In a sitting room, 3 men laugh quietly. Marcus is there. He smirks. Wow. Almost human. Still breathing, I say. Adrian ignores him. Sit. I do. Papers are placed in front of me. Marcus leans back. So this is the bet. My stomach drops. Bet. Adrian's jaw tightens. Enough. Marcus laughs. Relax. She will find out. I look at Adrian. Find out what? He sighs. This marriage is temporary. That was implied. It is also a challenge, Marcus adds. Proof. Proof of what? I ask. That money can buy anything, Marcus says. Even loyalty. I smile slowly. I have never been loyal to money. Adrian finally meets my eyes. Do you care? I think of the street. No. That is a lie, but it keeps me alive. Later I meet his mother. Lydia Hale looks at me like I left a stain on her floor. This is unacceptable, she says. I agree, I reply. Adrian warns, Mother? She circles me. Do you know what people will say? They already say it, I answer. She scoffs. You are temporary. So is everything, I say. Her smile is thin. Sign the contract and stay quiet. I pick up the pen. My hand shakes. Nora appears beside me and whispers, You do not have to. I look at her. Yes, I do. Adrian watches closely. Once you sign, there is no turning back. I press the pen to paper. I turned back when I stopped expecting kindness. The ink dries. The deal is done. I'm not loved. I'm not wanted. But I am not invisible anymore. Adrian closes the folder. You will have your own room. How generous, I say. It is practical. Everything is with you. He stands. You will attend events. Smile when needed. Speak when spoken to. I have survived worse rules, I tell him. Marcus snorts. You hear that? She has standards. I turn to him. And you have none. He laughs harder. I like her. That makes one of us, I reply. When they leave, I sit alone until my hands stop shaking. Nora returns with tea. You were brave, she says. I was hungry, I answer. She sits beside me anyway. They are cruel. They are bored. She touches my arm gently. You matter. I almost break. Instead I nod. That night I eat until my stomach hurts. Adrian watches from across the table. Do you regret it? He asks. I regret trusting kindness, I say. He pauses. This is not kindness. I know. Then why agree? I meet his eyes. Because the street would kill me slower. Silence stretches. You will be safe here, he says finally. Safe is not the same as respected, I reply. No, he agrees. Later, alone in my room, I stare at the ceiling. Laughter echoes faintly from another wing. I hear my name spoken like a joke. She signs so fast. Desperation is predictable. I sit up. My chest burns. They think I am stupid, I whisper. I remember something old and sharp inside me. Let them. The mirror waits across the room. I look again. I am still me, I say softly. No one answers. I lie down fully dressed, clutching the contract copy. Paper has weight. Proof has power. Tomorrow I will play my role. Tonight I survive. I close my eyes and promise myself one thing. I will never forget this feeling. The house is too quiet when the lights dim. I hear my own breathing and nothing else. This is not a home, I tell the walls. It does not argue. Somewhere down the hall a door closes. Adrian's voice carries briefly, calm and distant. It is handled. I laugh under my breath. So am I. I turn on my side and stare into darkness. I'm not here because I am chosen. I am here because I was bought. And for now that is enough. Sleep does not come easily. Every soft surface feels borrowed. Every breath feels watched. Still I stay. Because leaving would mean nothing. And staying means possibility. Even if it hurts. I whisper into the dark, I will endure. The room remains silent, but I do too. Alive. I stand behind the doors and listen to people laugh. Not openly. Not cruelly. Soft laughs. Polite laughs. The kind that pretend to be happiness. My hands are steady, which surprises me. Nora adjusts my dress. You can still breathe, she whispers. I am breathing, I say. That is the problem. She squeezes my fingers. Do not look at them. I have lived unseen, I reply. I can survive being watched. The music starts. The doors open. Light floods in sharp and white. Cameras click immediately. Smile, someone hisses. I walk forward anyway. Every step feels loud. Every face feels sharp. I hear murmurs. That is her. He married that? A bet is a bet. I keep my eyes forward. Adrian stands at the altar, perfect and distant. He does not look at me. Not once. It hurts less than I expected. Marcus leans toward another man. I told you she would show. Another voice answers, he actually did it. I reach Adrian's side. He smells calm. Controlled. He still does not look at me. The officiant clears his throat. We are gathered here today. Someone laughs. Quickly covered by a cough. Do you, Adrian Hale? I do, Adrian says before the question finishes. No pause. No emotion. The officiant turns to me. Do you? I do, I say. A flash blinds me. Someone whispers, poor thing. I want to correct them. I'm not poor. I am prepared. The vows pass like noise. Adrian's voice stays even. Mine does too. Inside something settles. A quiet place. A calm I recognize. It is the same calm I felt the last time everything was taken from me. I survived that. I can survive this. The ring slides onto my finger. Heavy. Cold. May I kiss the bride? The officiant says. Adrian pauses. He leans in just enough. His lips barely touch my cheek. Cameras explode with light. Applause rises. Loud. Hollow. I turn slightly and catch a glimpse of a man standing far back, watching from the shadows. He does not clap. His face is hard. Who is that? I whisper. My father, Adrian mutters. Victor Hale. He looks disappointed. He always is. The reception is worse. Glasses clink. Smiles stretch. People talk around me, not to me. You are brave, a woman says. In your own way. I did not know bravery wore a price tag, I reply. She stiffens and walks away. A man laughs near me. So how much did you cost? Adrian answers before I can. Enough. The man grins. Worth it. I look at Adrian. Am I? He does not answer. Marcus raises a glass. To Adrian, he announces. A man who proves commitment is flexible. Laughter follows. I lift my chin. I lean toward Adrian. They think this hurts me. It does not. It teaches me. He finally looks at me then. Something flickers. Gone too fast. His mother glides over. Stand straight, Lydia whispers. You embarrass us. I exist, I answer. That seems to be the issue. Her smile is sharp. Do not forget your place. I know exactly where I stand, I say. She walks away stiffly. I drift to the edge of the room. Nora brings me water. You are doing well, she says. I am counting exits, I reply. She almost smiles. Adrian joins me. We leave soon. Good. You have performed adequately. I meet his eyes. I am not performing. That is debatable. A guest interrupts. Adrian, congratulations. Your father sends his regards. Adrian's jaw tightens. Did he? Yes. He says mistakes should be managed quickly. I speak before Adrian can. Then he raised you well. The man blinks, confused. Adrian exhales slowly. You should not provoke him. I should not exist either, I say. Yet here I am. The drive to the mansion is silent. The city lights blur past. My ring feels heavier with every mile. You did not embarrass me, Adrian says finally. That was not my goal. What is your goal? He asks. To finish what I start. He studies me. You speak like this ends badly. It will, I say. Just not for me. The gates open. The mansion rises ahead. Huge. Bright. Empty. Adrian steps out first. Welcome home. I follow. Cameras are gone. Laughter is gone. Only quiet remains. This is where wars are fought politely, I say. He glances at me. You are not afraid. I have already lost everything once, I reply. Fear does not scare me anymore. We enter the house. Our footsteps echo. This marriage will be clean, he says. Controlled. I nod. Bloodless. He frowns. What? Nothing, I say. Just a promise to myself. He turns away. Get some rest. I watch his back as he walks off. Strong. Certain. Wrong. Nora appears quietly. Your room is ready. Thank you. She hesitates. They laugh because they are small. I know, I say. That is why they need an audience. Alone in my room, I remove the ring and set it on the table. It leaves a mark on my skin. I am still here, I whisper. The mirror reflects a woman dressed as a wife, standing like a soldier. I lie down without undressing. This is not love, I tell the ceiling. This is strategy. Somewhere in the house, Adrian's door closes. I smile for the first time all day, because this marriage is not an ending. It is a battlefield, and I already know how to survive war. I stand behind the doors and listen to people laugh. Not openly, not cruelly. Soft laughs. Polite laughs. The kind that pretend to be happiness. My hands are steady, which surprises me. Nora adjusts my dress. You can still breathe, she whispers. I am breathing, I say. That is the problem. She squeezes my fingers. Do not look at them. I have lived unseen, I reply. I can survive being watched. The music starts. The doors open. Light floods in sharp and white. Cameras click immediately. Smile, someone hisses. I walk forward anyway. Every step feels loud. Every face feels sharp. I hear murmurs. That is her. He married that? A bet is a bet. I keep my eyes forward. Adrian stands at the altar, perfect and distant. He does not look at me. Not once. It hurts less than I expected. Marcus leans toward another man. I told you she would show. Another voice answers. He actually did it. I reach Adrian's side. He smells calm. Controlled. He still does not look at me. The officiant clears his throat. We are gathered here today. Someone laughs. Quickly covered by a cough. Do you, Adrian Hale? I do, Adrian says before the question finishes. No pause. No emotion. The officiant turns to me. Do you? I do, I say. A flash blinds me. Someone whispers, poor thing. I want to correct them. I'm not poor. I am prepared. The vows pass like noise. Adrian's voice stays even. Mine does too. Inside something settles. A quiet place. A calm I recognize. It is the same calm I felt the last time everything was taken from me. I survived that. I can survive this. The ring slides onto my finger. Heavy. Cold. May I kiss the bride? The officiant says. Adrian pauses. He leans in just enough. His lips barely touch my cheek. Cameras explode with light. Applause rises. Loud. Hollow. I turn slightly and catch a glimpse of a man standing far back, watching from the shadows. He does not clap. His face is hard. Who is that? I whisper. My father, Adrian mutters. Victor Hale. He looks disappointed. He always is. The reception is worse. Glasses clink. Smiles stretch. People talk around me, not to me. You are brave, a woman says. In your own way. I did not know bravery wore a price tag, I reply. She stiffens and walks away. A man laughs near me. So how much did you cost? Adrian answers before I can. Enough. The man grins. Worth it. I look at Adrian. Am I? He does not answer. Marcus raises a glass. To Adrian, he announces. A man who proves commitment is flexible. Laughter follows. I lift my chin. I lean toward Adrian. They think this hurts me. It does not. It teaches me. He finally looks at me then. Something flickers. Gone too fast. His mother glides over. Stand straight, Lydia whispers. You embarrass us. I exist, I answer. That seems to be the issue. Her smile is sharp. Do not forget your place. I know exactly where I stand, I say. She walks away stiffly. I drift to the edge of the room. Nora brings me water. You are doing well, she says. I am counting exits, I reply. She almost smiles. Adrian joins me. We leave soon. Good. You have performed adequately. I meet his eyes. I am not performing. That is debatable. A guest interrupts. Adrian, congratulations. Your father sends his regards. Adrian's jaw tightens. Did he? Yes. He says mistakes should be managed quickly. I speak before Adrian can. Then he raised you well. The man blinks, confused. Adrian exhales slowly. You should not provoke him. I should not exist either, I say. Yet here I am. The drive to the mansion is silent. The city lights blur past. My ring feels heavier with every mile. You did not embarrass me, Adrian says finally. That was not my goal. What is your goal? He asks. To finish what I start. He studies me. You speak like this ends badly. It will, I say. Just not for me. The gates open. The mansion rises ahead. Huge. Bright. Empty. Adrian steps out first. Welcome home. I follow. Cameras are gone. Laughter is gone. Only quiet remains. This is where wars are fought politely, I say. He glances at me. You are not afraid. I have already lost everything once, I reply. Fear does not scare me anymore. We enter the house. Our footsteps echo. This marriage will be clean, he says. Controlled. I nod. Bloodless. He frowns. What? Nothing, I say. Just a promise to myself. He turns away. Get some rest. I watch his back as he walks off. Strong. Certain. Wrong. Nora appears quietly. Your room is ready. Thank you. She hesitates. They laugh because they are small. I know, I say. That is why they need an audience. Alone in my room, I remove the ring and set it on the table. It leaves a mark on my skin. I am still here, I whisper. The mirror reflects a woman dressed as a wife, standing like a soldier. I lie down without undressing. This is not love, I tell the ceiling. This is strategy. Somewhere in the house, Adrian's door closes. I smile for the first time all day. Because this marriage is not an ending. It is a battlefield. And I already know how to survive war. I wake up before the sun and lie still, listening to the house breathe. Somewhere far away, a door closes. Somewhere closer, footsteps pass and fade. I do not move. I have learned that stillness makes people forget you are there. You are awake, Adrian says from the doorway. I do not sleep deeply, I reply. He steps inside but keeps distance. Breakfast will be served soon. I am not hungry. That is unlikely. I said it anyway. He watches me like I am a puzzle missing pieces. You speak carefully. I listen carefully, I answer. Silence stretches. He leaves without another word. At the table, servants place plates gently like noise might break me. I eat slowly. Adrian reads something on his phone. You can speak, he says. You are allowed. I know. Then why do you not? Because silence teaches me more. He looks up. About what? About you. He almost smiles. Almost. Later I sit in the garden alone. A memory presses in without warning. You are too smart to be this difficult, a man once told me. I remember laughing then. And you are too proud to notice. That man loved my mind until it challenged his. He praised my education until it outshone his. One night he said softly, you owe me trust. I gave it. I lost everything. You okay? Nora asks quietly. I was better once, I say. She sits beside me. People do not lose that. They bury it, I reply. Adrian's voice cuts in. We have a visitor. A man in a dark suit approaches. His eyes are sharp, not unkind. I am Elliot, he says. The family lawyer. I did not ask for one, I say. No, he agrees. But here I am. Adrian adds, he handles details. I like details, I tell Elliot. He studies me. I can tell. Adrian frowns. What does that mean? It means she is listening, Elliot says. We sit. Adrian explains nothing. Elliot asks questions. Do you understand the contract? He asks me. Yes. What parts? All of them. Adrian scoffs. It is standard. Elliot looks at him. Standard does not mean harmless. I meet Elliot's eyes. Power prefers silence. He nods once. That it does. After Adrian leaves, Elliot stays. You surprise people, he says. I let them, I reply. Why? Because underestimation is useful. He smiles faintly. Be careful. I am always careful. That night, I remember the woman I used to be. Confident. Educated. Unafraid to speak. I remember the moment I realized love could be leverage. I trusted you, I had said. You trusted wrong, he answered. I stand and look at my reflection. Not again, I whisper. When Adrian passes later, he pauses. You are quiet today. I am learning. He tilts his head. From what? From patterns. He laughs softly. You think you see me? I think you do not see yourself, I reply. Something hardens in his eyes. Do not analyze me. I already am. He walks away. I sit alone, calm and awake. I'm not weak. I am waiting. I learn the house by listening. Doors open at 6. Trays arrive at 7. Voices lower when Adrian walks past. I hear everything. At breakfast Lydia says, sit straight. I answer, I am sitting. She replies, not correctly. Adrian says nothing. Silence teaches me who holds power. After breakfast a man whispers, she is temporary. Another says, everything is. I store words like coins. I ask Nora, who decides schedules? She says, money. I nod. Rules reveal themselves slowly when no one thinks you matter. That knowledge keeps me calm while pretending ignorance every day. It feels safer than reacting and exposing hunger for control. Adrian notices me by accident. I correct a number during a call. He pauses and says, what did you say? I repeat it. He asks, how did you know that? I reply, because math still works. He stares. Later he asks, where did you study? I say, before everything. He frowns. You hide it. I answer, you ignore it. His voice softens. You are not what I expected. I smile slightly. That is common. Confusion replaces certainty in his eyes. From that moment he watches closer, unsure whether curiosity threatens control or invites respect. Neither option comforts him. That uncertainty becomes my leverage. Later on, Lydia watches me sharpen. She interrupts conversations and says, do not involve her. I reply, I am here. She says, exactly. Adrian sighs. Power shifts in rooms like air pressure. I learn when to speak and when silence cuts deeper. During lunch Lydia asks, do you even understand this world? I answer, enough to see fear. She laughs. You mistake manners for weakness. I meet her eyes. You mistake comfort for strength. She leaves angry. Adrian studies me longer afterward. He He says nothing, but the pause tells me everything I need. Control hates being questioned quietly. I make note and move on. Without apology. Ever. I begin writing things down. Times. Names. Reactions. I hide notes inside books no one thinks I read. Nora whispers, "Be careful." I tell her, "I am counting." She asks, "For what?" I answer, "Patterns." At dinner Marcus jokes, "She looks smarter lately." I smile. "You sound threatened." He laughs loudly. "Impossible." Adrian watches him, then me. Later Adrian asks, "Why do you observe so much?" I reply, "Because ignorance is expensive." He does not argue. The silence confirms my progress more than praise ever could. I write that down too, smiling alone. Each small humiliation now fuels clarity instead of pain. That surprises me. Adrian tests me without knowing. He asks, "What do you think about the board?" I say, "They underestimate risk." He raises a brow. "Explain." I reply, "They mistake confidence for stability." He leans back. "You speak like an advisor." I answer, "I used to be one." He goes still. "Used to?" I nod. "Life changes." He studies my face. "You were not born small." I say, "Neither were you." The moment hangs between us. Something shifts there, not intimacy but recognition edged with caution. He retreats behind formality again, unsettled by mirrors. I let him retreat. Timing matters. I have learned patience the hard way. That night Lydia corners me. "Do not confuse tolerance with acceptance," she says. I reply, "I do not." She sneers. "You think intelligence makes you equal." I answer, "No. It makes me dangerous." Her eyes narrow. "Watch yourself." I step closer. "I am." She walks away stiffly. My pulse stays calm. Fear would have pleased her. Calm denies her power. I return to my room and write everything down, hands steady, mind clear. Survival once meant endurance. Now it means strategy. I am no longer reacting. I am preparing. Every insult maps the battlefield more clearly. I welcome that clarity. Power hates witnesses like me. Elliot returns unexpectedly. He says, "You are adapting quickly." I reply, "I had practice." He asks, "From where?" I say, "From loss." He nods. "Be careful documenting." I answer, "I already am." He lowers his voice. "This family punishes insight." I smile. "So does poverty." He studies me longer. "You are not broken." I reply, "No. Just rearranged." He exhales. "That is worse for them." I appreciate his warning but trust my instincts more. Men like Adrian assume silence equals weakness. I let that assumption grow unchecked. It will cost them later. I've already done the math. Results rarely lie. People often do. Instead, small humiliations continue. A chair pulled away late. A comment delivered sweetly. I respond evenly. Adrian notices restraint. He says, "You handle this well." I answer, "I have handled worse." He asks, "Do you hate me?" I pause. Hate requires energy. He nods slowly. "You scare people." I smile. "Only those invested in control." He does not deny it. His curiosity deepens. My caution does too. I watch him recalibrate assumptions in real time. That moment confirms my shift from survivor to strategist. I do not rush it. Power changes slowly, but direction matters most. I choose direction carefully. Always watching, always learning. Quietly. Patiently. I review notes before sleeping. Names connect. Motives repeat. Adrian's weakness is pride, not cruelty. Lydia's is fear of loss. Marcus craves approval. I whisper, "I see you." No one hears. That is ideal. Tomorrow I will speak less. Listen more. I am no longer surviving this house. I am studying it. Survival kept me alive. Strategy will set me free. I close my eyes without fear for the first time. The game has rules now and I understand them. That knowledge feels like armor. I sleep lightly, mind alert. Tomorrow will teach me more. I am ready. Finally, fully ready. At last. Enough now. This house no longer intimidates me. I understand rhythm, hierarchy, silence. Adrian underestimates patience. Lydia underestimates memory. I underestimate nothing. I repeat that aloud. Nothing. The word grounds me. I am still the woman I used to be, sharpened by loss. I am still learning but no longer lost. Tonight marks a shift. I am done reacting. I am planning. The difference feels dangerous. It feels necessary. and it feels like the beginning. I breathe slowly, aware of control returning piece by piece. From here forward, nothing about me will be accidental. That certainty steadies me. I welcome the war. Quiet, deliberate, unwinnable for them. I hear my name before I see anyone. That makes me stop. I stand still in the hallway, close enough to hear, far enough to remain unseen. Voices drift from the study. Adrian's voice is calm. Marcus's is loud. Another man laughs. Relax, Marcus says. You said 6 months. Adrian answers, 3. I'm not dragging it out. 3 months, the other man repeats. That is the limit? Yes, Adrian says. Marriage on paper. No scandal. Clean exit. Marcus chuckles. And the money? Transferred after the announcement, Adrian replies. The bet ends when I walk away untouched. My fingers curl slowly. I keep breathing. So what is the prize again? Marcus asks. Adrian exhales. 2 million. And silence. Someone whistles. Marrying a beggar for 2 million. Worth it. Marcus laughs. She signed fast. Did you see her face? Adrian pauses. She needed it. That almost sounds like guilt, Marcus teases. It is efficiency, Adrian says. Nothing more. I lean back against the wall. The floor feels steady. My heart does not race. That surprises me. The other man says, what if she falls in love? Marcus laughs harder. With him? Please. Adrian says nothing. Marcus adds, she is unlovable. That was the point. The word settles inside me. Unlovable. I smile. It is small. Controlled. It scares me more than anger ever did. So after 3 months, Marcus continues, you announce the split, blame incompatibility and walk away richer. Yes. And she? Adrian shrugs. She gets what she agreed to. What is that? Someone asks. Security, Adrian answers. For a while. I push away from the wall and walk quietly back the way I came. My steps make no sound. I reach my room and close the door gently. I sit on the bed and stare at my hands. No tears, I whisper. Not for this. I remember another room. Another man. Another promise. You owe me trust, he had said. I had believed him. This time I believe nothing. Later that evening, Adrian finds me in the sitting room. You missed dinner? I ate earlier, I say. He studies me. You are smiling. I found something funny. What? People, I reply. He hesitates. Are you all right? I nod. Better than all right. That is vague. So is your honesty, I answer. His eyes narrow slightly. What do you mean? Nothing, I say. Just an observation. He watches me longer than usual. You seem different. I agree. Since when? Since I stopped wondering why, I say. He frowns. Why what? Why you chose me? Silence falls between us. You needed help, he says finally. I smile again. You needed a prize. He stiffens. That is not fair. I did not say it was, I reply. I said it was accurate. He steps closer. Be careful. About what? I ask softly. Truth? His jaw tightens. You are imagining things. I tilt my head. Am I? He turns away. Get some rest. After he leaves, I sit very still. My mind feels clear. Sure. The pain is there, but it is contained like fire behind glass. Nora knocks quietly. Are you okay? I am excellent, I say. She hesitates. That sounds dangerous. Only for them, I reply. She lowers her voice. I heard laughter earlier. So did I say. She looks at me with concern. What will you do? I will wait, I answer. For what? For gravity. She does not understand, but she nods. Later I write everything down. 3 months. 2 million. Untouched. I underline untouched twice. They think this ends cleanly, I whisper. I hear Adrian's voice faintly from another room. He is laughing now. It sounds relaxed. Confident. I close my notebook carefully. I will not expose you, I say to the empty room. Not yet. I imagine confrontation. Screaming. Tears. I reject it. That would give you relief, I murmur. I will not. Instead I plan. I plan silence. Patience. Observation. I plan to let his pride stretch until it snaps. The next morning, Adrian joins me for breakfast. You slept well? Perfectly, I say. He looks confused. Good. Marcus appears, grinning. Morning, wife. Good morning, I reply warmly. He blinks. You are cheerful. I like clarity, I say. He laughs. You would not understand. I meet his eyes. I understand more than you think. Adrian interrupts. Marcus. What? Marcus says. She is fun today. I smile wider. I am. Adrian watches me like I am unfamiliar territory. Later, Elliot crosses my path. He pauses. You look calm. I am, I say. That usually comes after decisions, he notes. I have made one, I reply. He lowers his voice. Be careful which battles you choose. I am choosing time, I say. He studies me. That is dangerous. For them, I answer. That night, Adrian speaks softly from the doorway. You are quiet again. I am listening, I reply. To what? To you, I say. He hesitates. Do you hate me? I look at him and feel nothing sharp. Only resolve. No, I say. I do not feel enough to hate. That answer unsettles him. He leaves without another word. I lie in bed and stare at the ceiling. My heartbeat is steady. My thoughts are orderly. They bet on my worth, I whisper. They underestimated my patience. I do not cry. I do not rage. I smile into the dark. Because from this moment on, this is no longer about survival. This is about precision. I will not ruin him loudly. I will let him unravel himself, piece by piece. And when the bet ends, only one of us will be untouched. It will not be him. I notice it first at breakfast. Don't speak to her like that, Adrian says to Lydia. The table goes silent. Lydia stares. I was only correcting her. I heard the tone, Adrian replies. It was unnecessary. I lift my eyes slowly. It's fine. He looks at me. It isn't. The word lands heavier than it should. Afterward, I say quietly, you didn't need to do that. Yes, I did, he answers. Why, I ask. He hesitates. Because it was wrong. I smile politely. Thank you. That afternoon, Marcus jokes loudly at a meeting. Our little bride cleans up well. Before I can speak, Adrian says, enough. Marcus laughs. Sensitive today? She is my wife, Adrian says. Show respect. I watch the room shift. I feel none of it reach me. Later, alone, I whisper, too late. That night, Adrian stands in the doorway. Did I embarrass you today? No, I say. You surprised me. He nods. I'm trying to do better. For who? I ask. He frowns. For myself. That's good, I say gently. He steps closer. You don't trust me. I don't question you, I reply. That's not the same. No, I agree. Days pass. He asks my opinion. What do you think about the merger? He says. I think arrogance hides risk, I answer. He laughs softly. You sound like Elliot. Listen to him, I say. I am, he replies. I'm listening to you too. At a charity event, a woman sneers. I didn't expect you to attend. Adrian responds smoothly, then adjust your expectations. I touch his arm. It's fine. It's not, he insists again. I look up. You don't know why you're angry. He exhales. Maybe not. Business calls come late. His voice sharpens. They underestimated me, he snaps into the phone. I say calmly, so did you. He glares. What does that mean? It means pause, I reply. He doesn't. Weeks later, he throws a file onto the table. They pulled out. I sip my tea. You dismissed their warnings. They were cautious. They were accurate, I say. He rubs his face. Why didn't you push harder? I don't push, I answer. I observe. He studies me. You're always calm. I choose to be, I say. One night he admits softly, I feel guilty. For what? I ask. For how this started. I meet his eyes. Guilt is a beginning, not an ending. Can I fix it? He asks. I smile kindly. You can improve. He relaxes. I want to. I nod. Then do. At dinner with investors, he defends me again. She understands numbers, he says. Ask her. They look surprised. I answer clearly. Your timeline is unrealistic. Afterward, Adrian says, you saved that meeting. No, I reply. You invited honesty. He laughs. You're changing me. I think not fast enough. His phone buzzes constantly now. Missed targets. Angry partners. Marcus confronts him. You're distracted. Adrian snaps. I'm evolving. Marcus scoffs. You're soft. Adrian says coldly, leave. No, I agree. Days pass. He asks my opinion. What do you think about the merger? He says. I think arrogance hides risk, I answer. He laughs softly. You sound like Elliot. Listen to him, I say. I am, he replies. I'm listening to you too. At a charity event, a woman sneers. I didn't expect you to attend. Adrian responds smoothly, then adjust your expectations. I touch his arm. It's fine. It's not, he insists again. I look up. You don't know why you're angry. He exhales. Maybe not. Business calls come late. His voice sharpens. They underestimated me, he snaps into the phone. I say calmly, so did you. He glares. What does that mean? It means pause, I reply. He doesn't. Weeks later he throws a file onto the table. They pulled out. I sip my tea. You dismissed their warnings. They were cautious. They were accurate, I say. He rubs his face. Why didn't you push harder? I don't push, I answer. I observe. He studies me. You're always calm. I choose to be, I say. One night he admits softly, I feel guilty. For what? I ask. For how this started. I meet his eyes. Guilt is a beginning, not an ending. Can I fix it? He asks. I smile kindly. You can improve. He relaxes. I want to. I nod. Then do. At dinner with investors he defends me again. She understands numbers, he says. Ask her. They look surprised. I answer clearly. Your timeline is unrealistic. Afterward Adrian says, you saved that meeting. No, I reply. You invited honesty. He laughs. You're changing me. I think not fast enough. His phone buzzes constantly now. Missed targets. Angry partners. Marcus confronts him. You're distracted. Adrian snaps. I'm evolving. Marcus scoffs. You're soft. Adrian says coldly, leave. I watch silently. Later Marcus tells me, he's falling apart. I smile faintly. He's learning. Adrian finds me on the balcony. Do you believe in karma? I believe in consequences, I say. Mine feel sudden. They're delayed, I answer. He reaches for my hand. I let him hold it lightly. I think about you, he admits. That's new, I say. I respect you. That's necessary, I reply. Do you care for me? He asks. I meet his gaze. I care that you become better. He looks relieved. That's enough. It isn't. The next morning Elliot calls. He ignored legal advice. I know, I say. He trusts instinct. He trusts ego, I correct. Adrian paces later. Why is everything collapsing? Because you built it assuming no cost, I say. He stops. You're not angry. No, I answer. Anger clouds judgment. You're different, he murmurs. I stayed the same, I reply. You just see clearly now. He smiles sadly. I'm falling for you. I tilt my head. Be careful. Why? Because timing matters, I say. He laughs nervously. You speak like this is temporary. I step back. Everything is. That night, alone, I whisper, I will not interfere. I watch. I wait. I let him choose every wrong step himself. Karma doesn't need guidance. It only needs space. And I am very good at stepping aside. I hear him say my name like it's a confession. You knew. I turn slowly. Yes. How long? Adrian asks. Long enough. His voice breaks. Why didn't you say anything? I answer calmly. You never asked the right question. He steps closer. Please tell me this isn't what I think. It's exactly what you think, I say. He shakes his head. It was a joke. It was a contract, I reply. Signed in laughter. I didn't touch you, he says desperately. I kept my distance. You placed me, I answer. That was enough. I changed, he insists. You saw that. I observed, I correct. He drops his voice. I fell in love with you. I inhale slowly. You fell into consequence. That's not fair, he says. Neither was the bet, I answer. He grips the table. I was empty. I know, I say. That's why this hurts you now. Doesn't it hurt you? He asks. I pause. It hurts my memory. Please, he whispers. Say something human. I am being human, I reply. I'm refusing. He laughs sharply. You're enjoying this. No, I say. I survived this. He sinks into a chair. I'll lose everything. Yes, I say. Help me, he begs. I shake my head. You didn't help me. I gave you a home. You gave yourself a game, I answer. Silence stretches. I'm sorry, he says again. I believe you, I reply. Hope flashes in his eyes. Then, I believe you're sorry, I continue. Not that you're safe. He flinches. I can fix this. You can face it, I say. That's all. Lydia enters like judgment. What is this nonsense, she snaps. Adrian says hoarsely, she knows? Lydia turns to me. You misunderstood. I understood perfectly, I reply. This family gave you status, Lydia says. You took my dignity, I answer. Adrian says, Mother, stop. Lydia stares at him. You ruined us. He looks stunned. You supported it. I supported winning, she says coldly. You lost. She looks at me. Enjoy your revenge. I'm not seeking revenge, I say. I'm choosing distance. Lydia scoffs. You think you're better? I know I am intact, I reply. She leaves without another word. Adrian whispers, she's abandoning me. Yes, I say. So are they, he adds, checking his phone. Messages flood in. Withdrawals. Silence. Excuses. Marcus texts once. You crossed a line. Adrian laughs hollowly. Even him. Game's end, I say. He stands suddenly. I would have protected you. You would have hidden me, I reply. I loved you, he says. You learned too late, I answer. He reaches for my arm. I step back. Please don't touch me, I say gently. He freezes. I never forced you. You forced my circumstances, I reply. He nods slowly. What do you want? I want you to sit with what you did, I say. And you, he asks. What happens to you? I leave, I answer. You can't, he says. You're my wife. I was your proof, I reply. Now I'm done. He sinks again. Say you feel something. I feel clarity, I answer. Is there no mercy, he asks. There is accountability, I say. He wipes his face. I wish I met you differently. So do I reply. I see you now, he says. I was always visible, I answer. Elliot calls. Adrian ignores it. You should answer, I say. What's the point, he replies. The point is adulthood, I answer. He answers shakily. Yes. I hear Elliot's voice faintly. We're exposed. Adrian closes his eyes. I know. I turn away. Don't go, Adrian says. I'm already gone, I reply. You don't hate me, he says quietly. No, I answer. I refuse to carry you. He nods once. That's worse. Yes, I say. I walk toward the door. Wait, he calls. Tell me one thing. I stop. What? Did any part of this matter? He asks. I think carefully. It taught me patience. He swallows. And me. I open the door. Goodbye, Adrian, I say. He doesn't answer. I don't look back. Regret stays with the guilty. I choose freedom. I sit across from Elliot and say, I want my name back. He looks at me carefully. I was hoping you'd say that. I'm not asking, I tell him. I'm ready. You understand what this means, he says. I understand contracts, I reply. I lived inside one. He nods. You paid attention. I had to, I say. No one protects what they don't notice. He slides papers toward me. This restores your legal identity. I never lost it, I answer. I just wasn't allowed to use it. You'll need signatures, he says. I already have leverage, I reply. He studies me. You planned this. I survived this, I correct. He smiles faintly. There's money set aside. I know, I say. I documented everything. Adrian never noticed, Elliot says. He never looked, I reply. He lowers his voice. He knows you're leaving. I'm not sneaking, I say. I'm concluding. Elliot hands me a pen. Once you sign, there's no return. I already returned to myself, I answer. I sign slowly. That's it, he says. That's everything, I reply. I stand. Thank you for not warning him. Elliot says, he wouldn't have listened. People like him only hear loss, I say. You're walking away clean, he adds. I'm walking away whole, I reply. I leave the office and walk through the hall. A staff member whispers, "Good luck." I stop. "Thank you." She looks surprised. I pack my things quietly. Nora stands in the doorway. "You're really going?" "Yes," I say. She swallows. "I'm glad." "So am I reply. She hands me a small bag. "For the road." "You were kind," I tell her. She shakes her head. "You were human." I walk downstairs. Adrian is waiting. "You're leaving?" he says. "Yes," I answer. He gestures around. "You could stay." "I stayed long enough," I reply. He looks at the suitcase. "You planned this." "I prepared," I say. He steps closer. "I lost everything." "You gambled everything," I answer. "I loved you," he says. "I believe you now," I reply. "That should matter," he insists. "It matters to you," I say. "Not to my future." He exhales. "I don't recognize you." "You never did," I reply. He watches me. "What will you do?" "I'll live," I say. "Without me," he adds. "Without permission," I answer. He winces. "You're cruel." "I'm honest," I reply. "I wish I met you earlier," he says. "I wish you met yourself," I answer. Silence stretches. "I won't stop you," he says. "You never could," I reply. I walk to the door. "My name," I say. He blinks. "What?" "I'm taking it back," I reply. He nods slowly. I step outside. The air feels lighter. I breathe. No applause follows me. No cameras. No laughter. I walk to the gate. Elliot waits with papers. "All finalized," he says. "Good," I reply. "Funds transferred," he adds. "I'll manage," I say. He hesitates. "You could hurt him." "I won't," I reply. "That's mercy," he says. "That's closure," I answer. He offers his hand. I shake it. I leave the property. The car pulls away. I watch the mansion fade. I feel nothing sharp. Only calm. I touch the documents. My name is printed clearly. What? I say it aloud. Sounds right. I remember who I was. I remember who I am. No debt. No leash. No bet. I don't smile from victory. I smile from release. I chose myself. That is the only revenge that lasts. Adrian calls me at night and says, "I have nothing left." I hold the phone and answer, "I know." "My name is poison," he continues. "I heard," I say. "They took the company," he says. "I expected that," I reply. "My friends disappeared," he adds. "They were never yours," I say. He laughs softly. "You sound calm." "I worked for this calm," I answer. "I'm not calling to beg," he says. "I believe you," I reply. "I just needed to hear your voice," he admits. I pause. "Why?" "Because you're the last person who saw me clearly," he says. "I saw your choices," I answer. "They ruined me," he whispers. "They revealed you," I say. He exhales. I walk outside and people stare. "I know that feeling," I reply. "I didn't realize how heavy it was," he says. "It's crushing," I answer. "I thought money protected me," he admits. "It only delays truth," I say. He is quiet. "I'm sorry," he says again. "I heard you the first time," I reply. "I don't expect anything," he adds. "Then why call?" I ask. "I wanted forgiveness," he says. I close my eyes. "Forgiveness isn't a transaction," I say. "I know," he answers quickly. "I won't fix you," I continue. "I don't want fixing," he says. "I won't return," I add. "I'm not asking," he replies. "I won't stand beside you," I say. "I understand," he whispers. Silence stretches between us. "I forgive you," I say finally. He inhales sharply. "You do?" "Yes," I answer. "For everything?" he asks. "For myself," I reply. "That sounds cold," he says. "It's peaceful," I answer. "I don't deserve it," he says. "You don't earn forgiveness," I reply. "You release it." He laughs sadly. "You're stronger than me." "I had to be," I answer. "I wish I learned earlier," he says. "So do I reply. "Do you hate me?" he asks. "No," I say. "I don't carry you anymore." "That hurts," he admits. "It heals me," I reply. "I see that now," he says. "I hope you do," I answer. "I won't call again," he promises. "That's wise," I say. "Thank you for answering," he adds. "Goodbye, Adrian," I reply. "Goodbye," he says. The call ends. I sit quietly. I feel no triumph, no satisfaction, only space. I walk outside and breathe deeply. The city hums around me. No one knows my story. That feels right. I think about forgiveness. It is not forgetting. It is not trusting again. It is choosing not to bleed. I forgive him without reopening wounds. I forgive him without reunion. I forgive him without apology owed. I carry forward without chains. I remember the woman I was. I honor her endurance. I honor her silence. I honor her patience. I survived hunger. I survived shame. I survived being treated like nothing. I survived love used as currency. I survived being bought. Now I choose what remains. What remains is clarity. What remains is strength. What remains is restraint. What remains is my name. I don't rebuild to prove anything. I don't succeed to punish anyone. I live because I deserve to. I forgive because I refuse bitterness. I let go because I am done. Adrian will live with his choices. I will live with mine. That is justice. That is closure. That is peace. I hang up the past. I step forward. I am free that I wake up to sunlight and say, I'm here. No one answers. That is the point. I make coffee and whisper, this is mine. The cup is chipped. I smile anyway. I sit at the small table and say aloud, I earned this. The room is quiet. I remember when silence meant danger. Now it means choice. My phone buzzes. Nora texts, are you okay? I type, I'm better. She replies, I knew you would be. I set the phone down. I dress simply. I look in the mirror and say, you survived. The woman looking back meets my eyes. She is not pretty by magazines. She is real. I walk outside. The city moves. No one stares. No one laughs. No one knows. That feels like freedom. At work, my manager asks, can you handle this project? I answer, yes. She nods. I trust you. That word lands softly. Trust. I didn't buy it. I didn't beg for it. I earned it. At lunch, a coworker asks, you don't talk much about your past. I say, it taught me quietly. She smiles. I like that. I like it too. Later, Elliot calls. You're doing well, he says. I am, I reply. You don't need anything, he asks. I need time, I answer. You took it, he says. Yes, I reply. He hesitates. Adrian moved away. I hope he heals, I say. That's generous, Elliot replies. That's finished, I answer. We hang up. I walk home. A man on the street asks, do you have change? I stop. I look at him. I say, I see you. I give him what I can. He says, thank you. I answer, take care. I keep walking. I don't save him. I don't owe him. I just don't look away. At home I cook dinner. I eat slowly. I listen to my breath. I remember nights when hunger screamed. Now it whispers respect. I sit by the window. The city lights glow. I think about bets. I think about games. I think about power. Power isn't money. Power is walking away intact. I think about Adrian. Not with anger. Not with longing. Just acknowledgement. He underestimated silence. So did the world. I open a notebook. I write my name. I write it again. I don't erase it. I don't hide it. I don't decorate it. It stands alone. Strong. I close the notebook. I say, I am done proving. No one applauds. No one argues. That is enough. I lie in bed. I think about the girl I was. The one who trusted. The one who fell. The one who broke. I say, you did not fail. I say, you adapted. I say, you lived. Sleep comes easily. In the morning I wake and stretch. I laugh quietly. I plan nothing dramatic. I plan stability. I plan growth. I plan rest. At work I speak up in a meeting. A man interrupts. I say, I wasn't finished. He stops. I continue. My voice doesn't shake. Later my manager says, good job. I nod. I don't shrink. I don't apologize. I exist fully. On the way home rain starts. I let it soak me. I tilt my face upward. I remember being soaked and cold. This time I am warm inside. I whisper, this is different. At home I change clothes. I dry my hair. I cook again. Routine is not boring. Routine is safety. I light a candle. I don't pray for revenge. I don't wish harm. I wish endurance. I wish clarity. I wish peace. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. I don't answer. Some doors stay closed. I learned that. I sit with my thoughts. I'm not invisible anymore. I'm not spectacle. I'm not proof. I'm not a lesson for men. I am a woman who lived. No one bets against me now. Not because I threaten, but because I am certain. I don't need love to validate me. I don't need pity to survive. I don't need anger to move forward. I have myself. I have my name. I have my future. I stand by the window again. The city hums. I look ahead. I don't look back. My survival was not loud. It was relentless. It was patient. It was mine. I close the curtain. I turn off the light. I whisper, I won. And for the first time it feels true.